Thank you, Mr. Chair. Everyone here today would agree that the Mexican government must work to enhance security in their country. The violent crime that takes place in some places in Mexico, taking into consideration what my colleague just said, often resonates across the border here in the United States and simply cannot be ignored. We know that American firearms often turn up at crime scenes in Mexico. In March, the AFT reported that out of 104,850 guns traced between 2009 and 2014, 70% originated in the United States. Mr. Harris, I'm sure that Customs and Border Patrol encounters many guns at the border. Do you agree that the consistent flow of firearms from the U.S. across the border to Mexico is a serious problem?
Yes, ma'am. I had responded to a previous question. I think our men and women do a great job on southbound inspections. The OFO personnel who are doing sometimes random southbound inspections are oftentimes augmented by Border Patrol agents detailed over to assist with that effort. And the firearms that are seized during southbound operations without the aid of intelligence or investigative information are largely due to the hard work of the men and women. However, as I'm sure you know, we do not have the same level of technology and inspection capabilities going southbound as we have northbound, and I think if we would have some similar technology, the backscatters and other non-intrusive inspection capabilities to augment the great work of the men and women on southbound inspections, probably help us to do a better job of seizing more weapons going into Mexico, which, as you indicate, is a problem.
Thank you. In 2008, the Mexican ambassador to the United States pled with the U.S. to do something to help stem the flow of weapons into his country, saying, and I quote, "Between Texas and Arizona alone, you've got 12,000 gun shops along that border with Mexico, and a lot of these gun shops provide weapons that feed into organized crime in Mexico. So we really need the support of the United States." Ms. Sarnillo, do you agree with that? American firearms are contributing to the violence within Mexico or some parts of Mexico?
Thank you, Congresswoman. I think the problem of violence in Mexico and as it crosses over the United States is a problem that we share with Mexico. We share a common border. We share many issues. They're multifaceted issues. I think we have to deal with problems on our side of the border, and the Mexicans have to deal with problems on their side of the border. And we do work very closely with them on it. But I am sure that if we were to deal with some of these issues in our side, they would be appreciated in Mexico.
This is a tremendous problem because one of the principal tactics used by criminals to obtain these weapons is straw purchasing. And I know my colleagues have already raised this issue, and I'm proud to join Ranking Member Cummings and Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney to introduce the Bipartisan Gun Trafficking Prevention Act of 2015, House Resolution 3455. I feel this bill would close this glaring loophole and would help with the issue. So thank you, and I yield back.